The news for South Mississippi continues. WLOX News Now at 10. Sponsored in high definition exclusively by Gardner Law Firm, the lawyer to call for bankruptcy and debt counseling.
When you think about wrestling nowadays, most people think of fake fighting in the squared circle or the ring, but it's more than what meets the eye. Victor Williams explains.
Professional wrestling was once a powerful part of Southern culture. However, since the mainstream rise of the WWE, otherwise known as World Wrestling Entertainment, many smaller wrestling leagues known as promotions have gone out of business. But one man is trying to revive wrestling in South Mississippi. Southern Championship Wrestling, otherwise known as SCW, an independent wrestling promotion running weekly shows at a VFW building in Bay St. Louis. All of this possible because of one man, owner, wrestler, and fan, Chris Black.
Wrestling is kind of like a dying thing nowadays, and being able to keep it alive in my hometown or in my home county is a big deal to me.
6 years ago, Chris started the promotion, offering live-action entertainment to South Mississippi residents for a small price. Aside from running the promotion, he also wrestles at every show with his brother and tag team partner, Sean Black.
I would like to see this get as big as it could get. The bigger it is, the better it is.
Owner Chris Black says that the love for professional wrestling started when he was young. Now what he's trying to do is encourage professional wrestling to the future.
My main goal is to keep kids off the street. This gives kids from 5 years old on up a place to come on Saturday nights that's safe. They're not doing drugs, they're not drinking, they're not out doing stupid stuff.
There's not much to do in this area for kids, so we try to keep this going. I mean, whether we have 5 people out there, whether we have 150 out there, we always keep the same show. We always go out there, we do what we can do to make everybody come back.
Although the show attracts children and fans of all ages, it's no child's play.
The main thing that I hear a lot is that, oh, you do that fake wrestling. Yeah, there's nothing fake about this. Being a professional wrestler is like being in a car wreck over and over and over.
It is 100% real. We put our bodies and our lives on the line every time we step through the ropes every weekend. I recently just went through knee surgery about 1.5 years, 2 years ago from this sport of entertainment.
For Sean O'Reilly, having a family outside of the ring only makes the injury worse.
It's a lot more rougher than it is outside because of all the traveling you do with wrestling, with different shows that you do out of state, and they got to sit back and sit home. We do get hurt. We do walk away some nights with concussions. We do walk away sometimes busted open. There's nothing about it that, I don't understand why people think it's fake when it's not.
Although the matches may be staged, the threat of injury is very real. Chris and Sean Black also own together a wrestling school where they teach wrestling at least twice a week. I even stepped into the ring myself, undergoing a full week of training sessions after being challenged to a wrestling match.
In fact, if I knew I wouldn't get sued, I'd probably slap you. Look here, boy, Dexter. Stay out of my business! How dare you put your hand on a champion? You don't put your hand on a champion. You don't ever put your hand.
Aside from wrestling, it was awesome to see the camaraderie of some of the wrestlers in the locker room. What was more exciting was the crowd and their reaction to what many of them say is some of the best entertainment in South Mississippi. Now, Southern Championship Wrestling has shows every Saturday night in Bay St. Louis at the local VFW, and doors open up at about 7 p.m.
Now, I gotta ask you, did it hurt when they flipped you over like that?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Every time, believe it or not, every time you hit that ring and you hit that mat, it's very hard. A lot of people think it's soft and all that, but
sure,
no.
and it's like what that one wrestler was saying. It's like being in a car wreck over and over and over
Absolutely.
again.
The next morning, or my neck was just out pretty much.
Well, thanks so much. Very interesting report. Thanks
No problem.
so much.
Thank you.